So I'm in the car trying to get this AC heater element out. And there's all kinds of stuff hooked to it, but most of it's unhooked now. But the big things are this AC line that's over there. You have to get that off, and then you have to get this line off, which is either a drain or it's got to be a drain, I would imagine. All right, here's the issue. This is a 33-year-old car. It had no charge in the AC system, so something is defective in the AC system. I was very careful when I took the engine apart to not damage the lines, and when I checked them for pressure, they were absolutely empty, which means this 33-year-old system has a leak somewhere. The process of taking this out has been something much less than enjoyable. I don't ever want to have to do this again. So my thoughts are, I'm just going to get my Sawzall out and I will cut this line instead of trying to fuss with it over there. I did disconnect this refrigerant line. I don't know what's leaking in this system, so every single piece of it's going to get replaced. So having said that, this line is still holding it in. I'll get my Sawzall and I'll cut this line right here. It's cut, which means there's a cable on the other side I have to get off, and then it should be relatively free to come out, although all these wires it's getting hung up on. Now I'm gonna have to deal with that. Yeah, okay, let me focus on the rest of it. All right, so the AC heat exchanger unit is out. It's not fun. I cut this drain line or coolant line, fluid line. This is for the heater, and I unscrewed this. Coolant line because there's no charge in the system. But I'm probably going to scrap all this stuff anyway and rebuild it. Because I don't ever want to have to do this again. It wasn't fun, it wasn't easy, and I don't want to take the risk of reusing components to have them tick on me. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. Okay, there's a drain, I missed that. And you can see, unless that's a filter, I have some critters. I'm assuming that's not a filter, and that's that I have mice in there. Regardless, it's really dirty. So let's take it apart and see what's inside, I guess. They've this one corner, inside corner, there's got to be a tremendous amount of glue. Otherwise, it's still screwed down. No, it doesn't want to break free from it. Corners are unbelievably hard. Oh yeah, there are all kinds of things living in here. I'll show you in a minute. So this temperature sensor clips to the bottom of the radiator. There's a little clip on the bottom of the radiator. Oh, without damaging. All right, that's the AC coil, and you can see something's been living in there. And this is for the heater. So that's AC, this is heater. I really don't want to stick my hand into that mess. Oof. So this is gonna have to get cleaned up. It's got that door. Yeah, that's gross. You wouldn't want to turn the heat or the air conditioning on, even if it was working. That would have been really quite gross to have all that spray out at you. So the next step is to see what I have to do to get this heat exchanger out, evaporator, if you want to call it that. And then I have to find replacements for both. I don't want to reuse either of them. I'll get the dimensions off this, and I've started asking around about upgrading the system. That's a 33-year-old system. What can I put in its place that will fit this footprint, even if I have to change every component, the compressor, all the lines, the condenser, evaporator, every single bit of it. If I have to change all of it, which I'm willing to do, it just has to fit inside this box. And I assume whatever I put in there, 21st century as opposed to 1991, will be more efficient and cool better and heat better than this system from 1991. I know everybody said that, or a lot of people say that this was an R12 system. It's not. Based on the fittings that I took pics of and posted to a forum, I was told that this is an R134 or something like that, but it's not. It's not an R12 system. R12 was much colder, but regardless, whatever I put in there is going to be better than what's in here now. So this heater element is adhered with sticky down here, and that's why it wasn't moving. But this came off like this. You could sit down in there like that. There's the coil cooling element. No idea if either of those are good, but I do know that I can clean this up now. This foam, rip that off, remove the electrical, so it's just all basically plastic, and just clean this up with 409 and multiple washes. And then it's going to be trying to test these little switches. I don't know what you call them, but they're vacuum activated. Where if you create a vacuum here, it'll probably lift that up. Don't know, but probably just by applying some air pressure or vacuum on each of these lines, they should actuate, I would think. To figure that out. And there's this piece that goes on the top, and I still don't know if that's bent or if it's supposed to be concave like that. I think that's the way it came, because it's pretty firm and rigid. I'll look online. Yeah, more foam pieces. I'd like to get this thing off. It's some kind of temperature sensor, I think. I'm sure this is on video. I want to take it apart. So when holding this up like that, and the door arm lever is on the left hand side, this temperature probe runs through the right hand side. All right, first piece off that we can start cleaning up. So again, I'll strip the foam off of this. I've got replacement foam for upholstery. This is an open sew. Use a closed sew so it doesn't get wet, and that'll work well. Okay. That piece is good. This we gotta examine. This piece is good to go. Got to do some repair here. Use my plastic weld tool and firm that up. And this guy. I'd like to get rid of this. This would be good if I can get that out. Maybe I just drill it off. And then there's 4 rivets. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I drill those off, this whole unit can come off. And once I do that, the only piece left is this electrical wire right here. There we go. Alright, so this electrical sensor, when you have the numbers 020027HA facing out, the sensor rides along the bottom, gets inserted there with a lot of silicone, gets taped over to here. All right. Now, besides that tape, which I'll probably put plastic over because I want to keep it on there. I don't know why I do. But this whole thing can be washed now. There's nothing on here I have to worry about breaking or anything like that. This can all get dunked in a bucket of water and sanitized. Years and years worth of mouse droppings in there. Same deal with this. Same deal with this. This is on this side, so yep, that goes like that. And this goes I'm not sure which way. But that's not where that goes. Not according to. Oh, there we go. This goes like that. And then this piece is over the top like that. All right. Pack this stuff up. Okay. So the original Lotus tape mark is covered up. I don't know why I did that. It just kind of seems wrong to remove it after all this time. So it's covered over with Tyvek tape. If it makes it through the cleaning, then I keep it on. Otherwise, nothing lost. So what I'm going to do is put each of the 3 pieces into this barrel, rain barrel. Pour a ton of bleach in there and fill it with water. There's the 1, 2, 3, 4 separate pieces of the heating cooling shroud. Have been taken off. They're in here. They're about to get bleached. Stay tuned. Okay. All the pieces are in that rain barrel with about 20 gallons of water and a few cups of bleach. Not too much to make the plastic brittle, but plenty enough to kill any germs. Let that stew, pick them up tomorrow. And all these pieces, putting that, and whatever that is, no. Yeah, so these pieces that I took off, they will all go in a Tupperware bin, keep them together, hopefully reuse them. So on to costs, there were none since it was all just disassembly. So I'm still at $62.56.66. Thanks.